Do you ever sit and the only thing you can think about is all of the bad shit that happened in your life? It's like your brain wants to show you all your failures and you can't escape from it. And like it's almost as if when you're tired or when you don't have the highest energy, that this is the worst, that you will feel like you can't amount to anything, or that you can't really take charge of your own life and you feel stuck. Yeah, in this video I'm gonna talk about how I overcome insecurities and a negative mindset, and how I still deal with it when it comes, because it do still come. And so basically, what I've understand is that your brain is trying to protect you from future harm by keeping you away from situations that have hurt you before. And you keep stagnating it because you think that something bad is gonna happen, so you avoid these situations. You might avoid coming out of your apartment or going down to a shop, or you might avoid talking to people. You might avoid certain places in the city or certain places at your work. And when you're low energy, or you don't have like the mental capacity for a strong line of defense against negativity, I would say. This is for me at the time where it's worst. And I've always thought about it. It was like when I'm tired, when I'm the most tired, I am oftentimes the most negative in my mind. And for years I was just trapped in a cycle of going back to old situations and what people said about me in the past, or some specific situation or episode that would just replay again and again. And I would basically just be stuck in my head, not going anywhere. And I didn't really have a tool where I could get out of this mentality. So it's only been for the last maybe 5 years or so that I've been able to actually do things despite my brain telling me all these negative thoughts, showing me all these negative images. And I've come up with a system that actually allows me to relax. And when I have days where I'm drained, or where I'm worked out, or I'm just tired, that I can actually turn my brain off and just relax. So the only thing you have to do to get rid of the negative thought pattern is basically acknowledge that you're scared, and that you basically have to come back to the now. You have to get back to the breath, and you have to just say, yeah, that might have happened, that people might have said that about me, but it's not who I am. And instead of replaying these situations over and over again, and actually becoming part of the illusion that you are the person that these things happen to, or that these situations actually define who you are as a person. And in the start, it might seem weird doing that, just saying, okay, I know you're scared, I know you feel alone, I know that this situation happened, that it hurt, but it's past. Like, we're in the present. I'm not my I'm not my past. And what you will figure out if you do this over and over again, like you will find out that observing your own thoughts instead of feeling every thought. So you see you get a thought in your head, you replay a situation, you revisit these ghosts of the past, and you just sit there thinking, fuck man, why did I say that, or why didn't I do this, or why didn't I stand up for myself, or why didn't I go do that thing instead of staying home, and really just engaging in these illusions and stories, and instead of engaging in them and playing a part in your own imagination, you simply just start to be an observer. So you just observe the thought and say, yeah, okay, this happened. Yeah, I know you're scared, and I know you feel alone, and I know you wanted things to be different, but the past is the past and the present is now. And then you look out and you see something in like the real world, and you just find three things to say, okay, that's three tree, that might be a bird, or that might be, yeah, a sign or something like this. And you basically just name three things that are here in this real physical world, and get back to your breath. So you might just be conscious about you breathing, and what you will find is over time you will be more and more equipped to just quickly see these thoughts just pass, and you will accept that, okay, that might have happened, but I am not my past, and the things that people said about me in the past are not what are defining me. My present is defining me. And this can allow you to, within I don't know, it probably differs from person to person, but it's not an overnight fix, and it's not an easy road forward, because you have to be resilient, and you have to be like disciplined enough to do this when you get a negative thought. And you will also recognize when is it that you get these negative mind patterns. For me, it's when if I've been really social, for instance, like for maybe 1 or 2 days, I've been out, I've been talking to people, I've been trying to become more social. Might be that I've talked to people on the streets, or I've spoken to a girl that I found attractive, or basically just been more active in the gym, talking to people, spotting people, asking for a spot in this, stuff like this. And this is really hard for me mentally, so I tend to crash afterwards. And it's in these crash moments that my brain just bombards me with all the negative stuff that happened to me, and basically telling me that I'm doing wrong, I'm not doing enough, I should be doing more, and all this. And it's honestly, it's kind of sad, because I'm no psychologist or thought pattern expert, but yeah, and I don't know exactly why it does it, but it just does. And I'm not alone in this, and neither are you. So yeah, now I kind of lost the thread, and yeah. So this is the second video. I'm kind of figuring out what I do want to relate to people, and it is like men's mental health and discipline, and just becoming more grounded and a more solid person. And I want to help guys out there who are struggling with it, and I want to help myself I want to document my journey and basically reach out to people who are experiencing the same things. So I'm not I've not landed. I'm not finished working on myself. I've only just started, and I feel like I'm in a really good place now to tackle the next um, the next big things that I'm dealing with, and this is one of them. Negative thought pattern, and yeah, um, so yeah, and trying to make a video coherent and stay on topic and saying the right things and getting the point across is very difficult. It's very difficult. I've not had training in in doing this, so this is just it's all new, and it's exciting, and it's also scary because there's some part of me that just wants it to be perfect, but I'm not at the moment. I don't think anything is gonna be perfect, but it can get a hell of a lot better, and it will. So so yeah, but ghosts of the past, you keep revisiting the worst moments of your life when you're tired, when you're exhausted, and you feel like you're stuck. Try just observing the thoughts, naming them, and just be your own big brother, so to speak, and say, yeah, I know it hurts. I know it wasn't a great time for you, but we're here now, and the past is the past. So yeah, next time.